So wonderful people, lovers of freedom, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube platform where they giving a back-to-back updates on how things they be, or how things they share for Biafra land and beyond. If you're joining us for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Yes, my people, do well to turn on your notifications so that you be among the first set of people where they get our news. We go get our news anytime, any day. Yes, my people. Also remember to like and share this news so that other people get this news. Make sure that you're sharing to people that are involved or that are interested in our cause. All right, my people, where the main thing where they happen for here be say yes, the Nigerian army they don't so lose so much soldiers to the Biafra Liberation Army. Say they don't they entice soldiers with free houses, make them know they resign from the military because they don't they force them to they fight the Biafra Liberation Army. That is the case, my people, because that is the only thing they can do. They don't they give them free houses, they don't they entice them, they draw them in to keep them, make them make them no run. My people, but if they know what is good for them, especially those our Igbo people where they with them, they go run, because if they keep following them up and down and following them, defending them, they will surely one way or another clash with the Biafra Liberation Army or one of the Biafra forces. And trust me, it's not going to be a good one. You should know that as in a hot way for them to begin to they entice them or to they keep them with free houses, you gonna say e don't reach the extent say a whole lot of them don't begin they actually leave the military, leave their soldier work, say they know they do again because of the amount of things where they or the amount of losses where they don't get. And of course it would make a whole lot of them to want to leave. And then for the fact that they are seeing the way they are maybe pushing them to maybe want to attack the Biafra Liberation Army and every single thing that they've been looking for to do, you don't bust for that area at that particular point because they don't tire and they leave. And then giving them free houses would show that they are desperate to actually keep these soldiers here so that they will not leave them and run. Because if they leave them, which people they do their dirty work. Of course, there will be no soldiers to use and do their dirty work, and that is where everything falls upon. And as the hot when so you go, they happen. The Biafra Liberation Army on their own end, no, they give wahala to those when they give them wahala. And of course, they give the Nigerian soldiers wahala because of course that they misbehave, all those misbehavior for the Biafra land. For the Southeast, whenever do them anything, they come around, they cause kasala, and of course they give them wahala to pressure them to do the needful things that they need to do. And no matter how many times I say it, I always say the most important things that we need is for them to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, yes, Ohamadike Ndibo, and then give us and divide the Biafra, divide Nigeria rather, so that we ourselves will be able to stay on our own and breed on our own. We no like una no like us. Una just they gain from our resources. Now the only thing where they keep us together, now the only thing where they use talk one Nigeria. But it don't reach the essence say we don't tire, we don't suffer for una hand too much. And of course we now have someone that is actually ready to come out and actually fight and do the hard part of this job, or the hard part of this particular pushing, especially the part where we need to have foreign bodies, some set of foreign bodies on our side. Of course, we have the PM, BRGIE, Simon, Eba, Njoko, that is live and direct on these things, hosting a whole lot of conferences, a whole lot of conventions, a whole lot of Zoom meetings with the UK leaders, the United States leaders, all of them, the Canada and the rest of it, to make sure that we have people all over the world that would one way or another, of course we cannot get everybody to support our cause, but we'll have people one way or another that would be supporting or will say yes, these people have actually suffered, or these people have actually done the needful things. Because one thing with this Oyibo people will say, once they notice say una know they put in energy again, once they notice say una know they put in effort for wetin una do or wetin una want, they go come, they remove hand, and we cannot stop showing ourselves in this particular movement. No, showing ourselves is the core thing that we need to keep doing, and we will not stop doing it. We need to keep going hard on everything we've ever wanted, and make sure that we get to the extent where they would say that these people are really invested in this referendum. even as the declaration of the Biafra movement, of the Biafra nation, is on the 2nd of December 2024. Everything is working towards our good. Everything is working towards what we actually want. And one way or another, we are going to make it. Whether them like it or them no like it, we are going to make it. We are going to succeed. But Obasanjo himself just came out and made some kind of comments, my people. Yes, he just came out and made some kind of comments concerning the civil war. My people, it doesn't really concern us. This particular ex-president, we know during his time, of course, when he ruled in the military time and came back again and ruled again the second time, he had enough time to do whatever I don't know whatever he's saying. But then, of course, the most important thing for us to have in our minds on is that we ourselves as Biafrans must do the needful. Okay, my people, he's talking about the Biafra war. Let us see what he has said. He says here, Olusegun Obasanjo, the former president of Nigeria, recently spoke at the conference on youth leadership titled Opportunities for Peace, Roles of the Youths in Conflict Prevention in Africa. He called on youths to be advocates of conversation over violence, highlighting the critical role that youths play in promoting peace. My people, I made this thing recently. I say we cannot go down if we are not, if you've not done the needful. Peace is not even an option right now. If people have decided not to give us what we want, if you've decided not to give us a Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, have decided not to give us our Biafra freedom, our Biafra referendum, peace is not an option. And so whatever you say now in a conference might be true and will be moved by gullible people that do not know what the true movement for the Biafra army or the true movement for the Biafra is. They are the ones that might look into it. But the true people know the reason why we've been fighting this hard and we've been fighting for this long. And that is those are the people that will not give up, or that will not be moved by these gullible speeches that he's making at this particular point. He said, according to him, according to Obasanjo's article, he said that the country has shown resiliency during the civil war by returning to the round table for settlement in spite of severe conflict. He exhorted the youths of today to adopt this mindset and convince those who lean violently to think twice. Additionally, he emphasizes the significance of fostering a culture of peace and empathy in the next generation. In Obasanjo's words, during the Civil War, we killed ourselves mercilessly and destroyed our best facilities, but we still came back to the round table to get the challenge resolved. Youth must develop the culture of peace, the culture of humanness, the culture of living the way God wants us to live. Okay, so now this is what he is advising them to do. But then to do what is needful, we Biafrans have always been people of peace. We have always wanted peace in our lives. Every single thing about us has always been about peace. We are not people of war. We do not want war. We have never ever wanted war. But then it is the situation people put us into that make us want to lean to war. Yeah, of course, that is the situation. We are not people of war. I don't know if he's trying to say that the war and everything that is happening now is how. No. The youths of nowadays, the Biafrans of nowadays, are leaning into war because that is what they have pushed us into. Because that is the situation they have pushed us into. We did not just wake up one day and decide to wake up and push ourselves into war. The reason why the Nigerian army and the Biafra Liberation Army, the BLA, are clashing 24/7 is because of the fact that they have refused to do the needful. They have refused to release our leader, Ohamadike Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, that is why we are leaning into war. They have refused also to give us what we've been asking for the longest of times after the civil war. I believe you me, if they have given us what they want instead of leaning into the civil war, my people, I do not think we would have been here by now. I believe everywhere we would have been on their own. They would have been on their own. And we would be where we are because, of course, there is no need for any war and we would be happy with our state. And by now, I believe you me, the kind of progress we would have made would not be one to even be trifled with. But of course, na so e dey be, na so e dey hot. Once you come for these conferences, they will just make it look like everything that is happening now is our fault, because violence is not the answer. Aneku, aneku, aneku. None of this is going to make the real Biafrans turn away from what is needful. The people that cannot be turned, cannot be swayed by these gullible talks, they know the real fight, and they are not going to give us. And so on that particular note, nothing of such can make us give up on our fight or stop doing whatever it is we've been doing ever since. And so because of that, we'll keep on fighting and doing the needful no matter what. So yes, my people, this is where we've come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.